Hey fellas, welcome back to yet another World of Tanks video, and in this one specifically, we are going to be exposing a filthy, disgusting cheater. There's going to be a lot of controversy about this one. However, I am 99% sure that the person I'm going to talk about today is actually using the illegal mod pack, which you guys have named it throughout the comments, throughout the videos. So, let's cut to the chase. Spoilers, we won this round. It's me playing with my Burask. And at some point, the last person to remain alive was cheated. How? Well, let me show you. Now, as you can see from the score, it is 14-7, which means that there's only one enemy alive, aka the T/54, Mr. Enukipa from the Geroj clan. What I can do is show you the teams, or else, wherever's still alive. And we are going to pay close attention to what's going to happen in the very next minute or so. So, right now, the people who interest us are inside my render range, which means that I can simply fly, and I've taught many people how to do this. Oops, sorry about that. And we're going to observe what's going to happen here. Last known location for the T/54 is over there. Please bear that in mind, okay? And let's continue. Yeah, I did something stupid. I fell. I damaged myself. Ignore that. So, only a few moments ago, the T/54 was here. And as you saw, people are coming up the slope. People are moving from here to check his location. Specifically, we're going to focus on the Kari. And I've already sent this video. I have the MP4. We're going to watch it from the cheater's perspective in order to prove a point. But for now, let's focus on Mr. Denzel 2475. So, he comes here around the corner, sees that he's not there. At some point, I ping the map saying, maybe he went that way. Maybe. I could be wrong. So Mr. Denzel 24575 turns around. Other people start turning around. The Ares, well, the ass tank. And Mr. Domino Dancing is going towards that location. So is the Object 704. Now, a critical point. At this point, I got stuck and I nearly flipped. But that's another story. Denzel says, attention to D3. So, I'm like, wait, what? D3? How did he get to D3? I'm asking, what? Long story short, we killed the guy. But let's watch that again from the cheater's perspective. All right, here we go. Notice how the breakable object appeared on his minimap. Immediately he turns around and he pings the location. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a look at this screenshot. It is the minimap, well, zoomed in, obviously, and I want you to take a look at the preciseness of... Hang on, let me take a look at something. At the preciseness of where he pinged it. Not only did he ping the exact location, he even pinged the correct direction. It is that precise. That's scary. So, I called out this player, and he lashed out, of course. I sent a ticket to Wargaming for the insult, not for the cheating, because for the cheating, we know that Wargaming is, well, you know, whatever. What I find interesting, and I want you guys to take a look at his response. So, as you can see, he got angry and, well, it wasn't a very nice, whatever. I did a little bit of research on this, and I discovered why cheaters, in general, in any type of cheater, whether it's in games, whether it's in relationships, whether it's in politics, whatever, why cheaters become aggressive and they get mad when you call them out. Psychology says that this is a type of defense coping mechanism, and it is the reason why a person in an angry rage makes bad or stupid decisions. The part of the brain that makes these rational, logical decisions is basically shut down by their amygdala. I don't know how that's pronounced. Another research says anger is a psychological defense. Is not psychological defense. It's easier to lash out at the source of exposure than sit with shame. Discovery threatens the cheater's control over the general narrative, the social standing, or his or her future plans. Anger is an attempt to reassert dominance and derail accountability. Notice that he never denies that he's a cheater. A logical response from a person who's not a cheater, like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? Me? Cheating? Where? What are you talking about? But you guys saw his response. Another research says it can cause when the reason why they lash out and after someone accuses them of cheating in any type of cheating status, it can cause increased anxiety, suicidal thoughts, so that's dangerous, and symptoms of PTSD. By the way, PTSD is not only specifically for war. If you have that idea, I feel sorry for you. That's not true. PTSD is post-traumatic stress disorder, and it could be connected to many things in life, not just war. But people have this wrong idea that it's okay. Let's not stick to that. So, emotional manifestations of based trauma, including infidelity, include extreme anger, shame, guilt, jealousy, and sadness. Ladies and gentlemen, and you know what? I mean, this person, I looked up his profile. He's a 7.7k personal rating guy with above 2000 WN8 from the Go Out clan, whatever that stands for. And I don't know why he's even cheating to begin with. Maybe he wants all the info to be there for him available. I don't get it. But I am going to send the link to this video to his leader, and we'll see what's gonna happen. But you know what? I don't think they're gonna do anything. Wargaming are definitely not gonna do anything. They're probably gonna chat ban him for the insult, but that's it basically. Which is sad because I mean, you know, the game has gone to shit with all the cheating and the ass tanks and the wheeled vehicles and BZ-176 and the leaf blower. Yes, I know I also have these vehicles, but I rarely play them. Just saying. And we also have this shit to deal with, and game rigging, and you name it. You name it. That's why I don't have much time to play anymore. Plus, I'm such a busy guy. But let's not make this video longer than it already has to be. I appreciate your time and your patience. And one very good tip I'm going to give you is if you are towards the end game, try not to knock down anything. Well, because like I always say, cheaters know exactly where you are when you knock down a tree, or a fence, or a building, or anything that's destructible. Having said that, you guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one, whenever that's going to be. Have a great day. Bye-bye.